Built in 1830 and 1831 by the commissioners of the port of Miramichi, this sandstone structure is the oldest surviving marine hospital in Canada. Financed by a tax on shipping tonnage, it provided care for seamen involved in the timber trade. Its compact form, symmetry, and slightly flared roof with cupola reflect elements of the classical architectural tradition popular in early 19th century British North America. With the decline of the lumber export trade and the opening of a general hospital, this facility closed in 1921. I'm trying to read and hold the camera. There's going to be wind. I'm sorry about that. And there's the cupola that Hiram Baisley built. We showed that in a newspaper clipping earlier. Really a gorgeous old structure, folks. Never been inside. Harkins Academy, folks. And painted on the window up there, it's never gonna grow old. A sign of high intelligence. Don't know if you can read it, but that scoreboard says Memorial Field. I'm sure there's been some legendary games where the left field hill out there has had lots of spectators laying back watching a game and perhaps watching a home run go into the other field. I'm sure people talk about that when it happens. Pretty soon, folks, the old baseball season's gonna start up. Okay, right on. I just got back from Carrefour Beausoleil. It's a Tuesday evening. I have different clothing on than what we filmed earlier. So we filmed it earlier. I want to open the show with a special group that I just went to film over at Carrefour Beausoleil. So I wanted to introduce it here. They are the Nelson Doyle Dancers. And they, I got in touch with their leader, Ellen McDonald, and what an unbelievable organizer she is, because I just learned that this program has been going on for 31 years. They've been to Ireland 5 times. She's had scores of students go through her program. It says a lot about who she is as a leader and as a mentor to these young people to keep something so consistent. Everybody on the Miramichi knows this dance troupe. They perform at the Irish Festival. And I emailed her up and she was so easy and she just said, sure, come on in, we'd love to have you. And so I was able to film the girls. And it was actually, as I was sitting there listening to the music, it was quite moving to hear that powerful Irish music and then to see this group of dancers that dedicate themselves to learning these moves. There's so much to it. And I was utterly impressed, to say the least. I thank you guys for allowing me to go in there and film you guys. So Raj is, I just came back into Raj's to film this, to introduce it. Raj was sitting on his chair up there eating ice cream. I was hoping we'd be walking into a nice drink of gin or something, but no dice. I'm just joking, Raj. So I got, Winnie's right here.
Not gonna happen. I'm gonna take her away.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm just going to go for another couple of seconds here. So, Ellen, thank you for having me. I met some cool parents that are there. That it takes a lot of people to support a program such as this. And I'm sure you guys, it seemed like a very close-knit operation to me. And so what I did, Raj, is I was able to film them once with a little bit of an intro that I gave with their soft shoes on, and then I was able to film them again with their hard shoes on. And you know what? It's the same number, and I'm just going to play them both. It'll be about 10 minutes long. And my apologies to you dancers if I didn't capture you guys the way that you guys like. I'm not a professional camera person. I tried my best to get you guys, and sorry for any of that. But I tell you what, I was utterly impressed. I feel better for having gone there, and I was thinking about it all on my way home. So thank you very much. And here are the legendary Miramichi dance troupe, the Nelson Doyle Dancers. Okay. Well, okay, so to my left is the legendary Ellen McDonald, the founder and creator of this dance troupe, the Nelson Doyle Dancers, and 31 years, you tell me? And look how healthy these young girls look right here. They're getting ready to do, what's the name of the number that they're going to do?
Reel Around the Sun.
Reel Around the Sun. From Riverdance. They just got back from Ireland last summer, you say? And this group will be going back in 2025, and I'm at the Carrefour Beausoleil Gymnasium, and you can just give her, Ellen. I'm going to get on this side because I need Hey, that was great, girls. That was really, really amazing. And what a special thing you guys have to be able to perform the performing arts, and you know, good on you guys. So thank you very much for allowing me to film that. Thank you, Ellen. That was really amazing. Yeah, no, I saw that. That's a good place to start off, Raj. I just pressed the old record. And we're doing it naturally, folks. We are trying to do it naturally. We're not pretending to be experts. Welcome. Are we on number 35?
Yep.
Numero 35, episode number 35. We're with the local historian, Roger Cummo, in his basement. This man right here has collected decades and decades and decades and decades and decades of local history, mostly from the local Miramichi leader, but with the, in the surrounding area. And it's a personal collection, and we just thought nephew, uncle, following the passing of my dad, his brother. I've been home from Vancouver. My name's Jamie. This is obviously Raj. And we're having a good time here. We're just doing a project together. And we're just figuring it out as we go. It's all natural. I just drive around, I'm taking some video, and things are just morphing in. I'm getting some positive comments. Of course, there's going to be the odd person out there, or more than the odd person, rolling their eyes. That's fine. You have the right to do that. But we're doing this as we're trying to do this as a community building project. We're doing it for each other, and we're just showing the recent past here from Roger's collection. And we're in the basement. Today's Tuesday, April 24th. Is it the 3rd? Yeah, we struggle with the date here. Like the local historian, dates are not important to the local historian. So we don't need to know what day it is or what the date is. But we know that garbage day is tomorrow. Or is it recycling?
Blue bin.
Is it blue bin tomorrow? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not sure what barrel to put out, just put both of them out.
Just put both of them out and they'll take one. But Raj, I've been thinking about what we're doing here and kind of what I kind of do in Vancouver and studying, but it's been good to go back to the recent past just to show the way things were, because we find ourselves in 2024 is like it's hyper novelty. Like, technology has gone too fast. People have become more and more divided as we're spending more and more time on screens and whatnot. And I think it's interesting to take a look back and just to see what times were like just in the recent past and how different they are than kind of today and how we're connecting. So it's been good for me that way, Raj.
Yeah.
I know it must be interesting for you to go back and see some things here in your collection, eh?
Oh, I'm seeing all kinds of stuff I don't remember storing away.
Yeah. Well, it's only been 50-something years of archival. So we're starting with this one?
Right on.
Okay, so Miramichi leader, December 9th, 1992, Chatham Business Development Corporation members receive awards. Who are these folks right here, folks? That's Chuck Dewey, Raj.
Yeah.
And Ming Au and Chuck Dewey, members of the Chatham Business Development Corporation, display awards received during the first annual Provincial Downtown Awards held in Fredericton last month. Au, owner of the Canard Restaurant, received the award for business excellence, and Dewey received a certificate of merit for outstanding service to the business improvement area. So Chuck Dewey had the photography studio on the corner of Water, and I don't know what that street is, just across from O'Donoghue's. And there's Ming Au. So his daughter Megan, I remember from high school, and Megan actually lives out in Vancouver right now, Raj.
Yeah.
And she's doing very well for herself. I think she's into real estate or something. And I ran into somebody at a party not long ago that went to her wedding. So right on.
Yeah.
Megan was always a beautiful and obviously capable young woman.
Okay, the next two articles are to do with, let's say, a grand opening, but at least an opening.
Okay.
So we started off with Megawatt.
How are you doing today? You're just being yanked in all directions, eh?
I know all those directions now.
Yeah, well, it's from the dancing to the dogs sitting to the... Oh, are the dogs laying behind us right now? It's not often that she just kind of chills out, but she's chilling. Okay, so this is from December 30th. We're doing 1992 today. Mirami-histor-chi. We opened up a Raj tray yesterday. It had 90, 91, 92. We're going to tackle 92. Opening of Nigawak Arena, one of many highlights of 1992, folks. That is an article. So the Nigawak Arena opened in the year 92. The opening of the Nigawak Arena was a big day for the area, says Miramichi Bay MLA Danny Gay. This was one of the main highlights in the past year for Gay's riding. The arena has already been booked solid for the next couple of years, including a gentleman's league of which a Gay is a member. So right on, and as we mentioned before, they say there's two things that two institutions every Canadian community needs, and it's a church and a rink.
Yeah. So the next opening is in Napan with the supporting businesses.
Okay, right on. So this was a Napan store opening. Oh, right on. And ladies and gentlemen, the Napan General Store will be holding its grand opening this weekend. The opening is slated for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. There will be various in-store specials going on. And the owner is Paul DePlacy. And he said there's going to be some free coffee and donuts. And there's Paul DePlacy, folks, right there of the Chatham DePlacy's. Paul's wife, Anita. I think it's Anita, and daughters Daria and Trina, and there he is right there, folks, really cool. And then the ads that we're sponsoring, the Napan General Store, Daryl's Auto Sales, Country Contractors, Byron McDonald, and Bremner Farms, folks. Some of those ads that were supporting that. Where was the Napan General Store, Raj? I remember this, but I'm having a hard time.
I think it was on the southern side.
It was on the South Road. Yeah, our apologies. See, that shows you how well versed we are in Napan's recent past.
Okay, we're going to stick to another store, a more historical store.
Okay.
So we have a full page.
A full page, Miramichi Leader, November 18th, 1992. I was in grade 10. Roger was 47, and 87 puts him at 45 years of age. You were younger than me, Raj, when this paper came out, that I am right now. Okay, so this is all in the family. McCluskey family in business since 1819. This is in Boys Town. 4 buildings and 5 generations later, W.R. McCluskey's is still in business. Daryl McCluskey, his wife Hazel, and their son Brian now operate the general store in Boys Town. Really cool. Anybody that's driven from the Miramichi to Fredericton over the years will recognize where this is. There's some ice right there, and there's Brian. That's the son right there. Really cool, Raj. It takes a lot of work to keep a store like that up. And Hazel with some bell bottoms. That must have been back in the day. Brian sends stock upstairs. So that's Brian sending some stock upstairs, and there's Hazel with some bell bottoms. Right on.
Okay. I don't know what we're going to focus on. Just photographic memories of 1992.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a good...
Yeah, just a couple of things here.
Oh, yeah, look at this guy up here.
Yeah,
And this guy.
Mr. Jessup, I guess. Yeah,
So-
focus, what is this?
So this is year end of 1992. This is from the December 30th issue, and it's a photographic memories of 1992. Okay, what was going on in 1992? Well, I'll show you first. This is a full page right here. This is Mr. Dressup. Anybody that was of age remembers old Mr. Dressup with Casey and Finnegan, you know, making some arts and crafts. I always liked that show. Okay, so that's Mr. Dressup. We had an air show in Chatham, a dry spring meant forest fires. And here's Paul McGraw. We just spoke to him the other day, the Miramichi Kitchen Party. There's Paul McGraw in 1992. And he was of the Miramichi Choral Society, helped bring Camelot to life in April. Must have been a play. Billy Wells was revived after 45 minutes underwater in March. Wow, that's quite a story right here. And what else? Miramichi Hospital, the new library opened in Newcastle Waterfront right there in 92. And here we are, the Miramichi Tri-Volt Rivermen hoisting the trophy after winning the title. And there is the son of Richard and Phyllis Kerr just going into Chatham. Brian Kerr, folks, defenseman. And I think he lives now in St. John.
Oh, we got quite a write-up on this guy.
Fred Heckbert playing the organ. Mr. Fix-It retiring, folks. Logieveller Fred Heckbert, father of Stephen for sure. They live up by the Forest Corner, and this Heckbert family, there's article after article. I keep hearing the name. Interesting stuff going on, eh? Fred Heckbert, far cry from lonely repairman. Fred Heckbert recently retired after working for more than 42 years at Lounsbury's in Chatham, but he still remembers his early years there. Shortly after he went to work for the company, he was sent on his first training course. Right on. So curiosity leads the chain. So right on. And you know what? Local paper showing a great Miramichi in retirement. Very, very interesting. And that's him playing the organ.
Yeah.
The good old organ.
So, Miramichi leader, all the people that work on that paper here.
Oh, yeah.
Season's greetings.
So
everybody.
season's greetings at the end of 92. So it doesn't show names, but here's the business office, the sales department, the production department, and the editorial department of the Miramichi Leader in 1992. So Raj and I have been able to have some fun in his basement because, in large part because of this. These are some of the crew that's worked for the Leader over the years. And the great work, as we've been seeing, like the Miramichi Leader was an excellent, excellent paper, and we're seeing that day after day as we come to Raj's basement with all these great articles, photos, documentation, and right on. Really great. A little bit of housekeeping, Raj, I forgot to do at the beginning. I just went through episode 35. My apologies to Connie and Paul when I was driving by playing your song, Maddie's Cove. A little bit of wind was blowing in, and I had my nephew Luke. He was driving the vehicle, and I started out, Raj, at Maddie's house. So I got a very nice, the sun was shining on it, a very nice color. And then we just drove along Water Street there in Chatham and made it to the St. Andrew's Graveyard for the song to play. I mentioned a book from a cartoonist. His name, I couldn't remember. The name of the book was called Ignore Everybody, and the author is Hugh MacLeod. And anybody that's a creative and has been, living a life, trying to find how to make a living as being a creative and whatnot, that book is highly recommendable. It's very simple to read. Ignore Everybody by Hugh MacLeod. And yeah, that's kind of it from that. I took a little spin out today. I got some video this morning, Raj. It was windy. It's still windy out there, eh? Like wind kind of just takes a little bit away. My apologies for wind blowing in and some of the bumping on the camera and stuff, but that's what we got.
Just a short note on that news there.
Okay. Douglastown is growing the fastest. This is from 1992. Douglastown has had the largest increase in population of any community in the province over the past 5 years, says Mayor Ron Kierstead. There was a 37% increase. That is the largest of any city, town, or village in New Brunswick. And the figures are according to Stats Canada. So right on, Douglastown, I wonder if it's continuing to grow. That was from 1992.
Okay, she lives in Loganville now.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Area to surge out of... Okay, so here, Noreen Loban is the new principal of the Miramichi branch of the New Brunswick Community College in Chatham. Loban named principal... Right on. Congratulations. High responsibility comes with such a job, I'm assuming. She replaces Albert Heckel, who retired from the post in mid-December. Loban has been with the community college since 1982 when she was hired as director of administration. Her appointment made history. She is the first woman principal of a New Brunswick community college. So congratulations to... Noreen it was. Yeah. Congratulations to Noreen Loban, the first woman principal in New Brunswick Community College history. And I'm sure that you did a great job. And maybe are continuing to do a great job.
This is Newcastle Business. thing there, but we're familiar with this lady from Napa.
Okay. Are we?
Yeah.
Okay. You might be more.
Yeah.
Parade offers variety. So this is from the Miramichi Leader, December 9th, 92. This is looks like the Christmas parade on the old Miramichi, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So here we go, folks. Great looking family right here. Look at that great family. I'm sure they were gearing up for a wonderful 1992 Christmas all together with family and friends, it looks like to me. What's going on there, folks? People putting some time into the parade. I went up to the parade, Raj, this year. Took it in with my mother and my father. That was his last Christmas in his, as he passed away in February. So we watched the parade with Mom, Dad, and my sister Vicky were in the car. Okay, so we have that family from the top are Ramon, Guy, Michelle, and Stephanie Cassie on the Guy's collision float. Oh, maybe, yeah. The float from the Maritime Sanitation, Grace Trowbridge and her horse uniquely dressed as Santa Claus, smiling participants on one of the floats, and Newcastle minor hockey player. So Grace Trowbridge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's an Appener.
Yeah.
And I don't know her, but Raj does. And look at that beautiful, she's got her horse dressed up as Santa Claus. Oh yeah, there's the suit right there. Very proud owner of a horse. I never had that experience to be around horses much, but I've heard from anybody that owns them, it is a way deep relationship to have a horse, and it's very similar to the the connection with a dog, kind of.
Well, we're quite familiar when we start roasting athletes and dignitaries, eh?
Yeah.
I never heard them ever roasting a teacher.
Here is a teacher that was roasted in 1992, and this is a teacher that began teaching in Chatham in 1957. He retired in 92, so that's a 35-year career. He has kind of Logieville roots, as his daughter was a teacher at the Logieville Elementary School. Donna Doak. Here he is, folks, over 200.
Donna being his sister.
Oh, Donna's his sister. Sorry about that. Oh my God, yeah, that's what I meant to say. I said daughter, but I meant sister.
Yeah.
Over 200 roast educator, Wendell Gregan. There he is. Great looking photo of Wendell Gregan. Great career as an educator. It takes a lot of credit, or you got to give a lot of credit to somebody that spent 35 years. I think he was a principal, and I think he coached a softball team here in Logieville one year.
He had a lot of teachers that showed up for that roast.
Okay, so it says 220 teachers, parents, and friends honored educator Wendell Gregan at a retirement roast. Tributes were given by Leonard Russell, former principal of Croft and childhood friend, his brother Jim Gregan, Mike Coster, former superintendent of District 8, Mark Dunnett, a former student and athlete whom Gregan coached, Eric Kingston, a fellow hockey team member, Paul Tozer, he was the principal in Sunny Corner, and Marcia Smith, vice principal at Croft. So congratulations to you, Wendell Gregan, in 92 for your retirement roast. You must have done a great job if they're honoring you in such a way.
And this guy taught in Logieville years ago.
Oh yeah?
He's a writer.
Okay. We have a former Miramichier, Michael Nowlin is publishing another book. It's called The Last Bell, Memories of New Brunswick Christmas. And Roger, he was your teacher?
No, he taught Janine.
So middle school, high school type of thing?
High school, yeah.
Logieville used to have a high school. This guy used to be a teacher. He's a writer. He just published a new Christmas book in 92, Christmas Memories of New Brunswick Christmas. Michael Nowlin, right on. And I'll tell you what, Raj, we're from a part of Canada that, and we're in the rural, most of it, a lot of New Brunswick is rural, and Christmases kind of have that special magical feel, don't they?
So how can we relate this eclipse with the one we just viewed?
Total eclipse of moon sweeping area tonight. Well, I'll tell you how we can rate it. We got one little corner. Maybe the next day there was a good, this is in 92, eh? So we had a total eclipse of the moon right there. And this was going to be happening, and we just got done a couple of weeks ago of everybody just taking in a full solar eclipse. This is a lunar eclipse. If skies are clear, Miramichiers will be able to see something spectacular tonight. A total eclipse of a full moon. Wow. And this was between 7:06 and 8:21 p.m. The shadow of the Earth will pass over the moon, shutting out the light it usually reflects from the sun. So really cool, but I'm sure that the effect was not nearly as dramatic as the solar eclipse that we just were able to experience. Wasn't that just something?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody agreed on that. It came as advertised. Everybody agreed on it.
There's a good little story on Mark there.
Okay.
I think he was away somewhere and he returned or something.
Oh, right on. Well, I actually recognize 3 of these people. High school hockey tournament. The weekend was a big success for the Tommies. Captain Jeff Stymus, Brent Trevors. Where is this? The Tommies were losses in green and gold in the last period, but this is the green and gold tournament for '92. Didn't have time to go through the whole article, but there's Don Daly playing on that team. This was his, I think, grade 11 year, or maybe it was his grade 12 year. And then another one, the Miramichi Irving Ironman. This would have been the Bantam, I'm assuming, and Guy Richard is featured from that. And that guy, Guy Richard, I played against him. He was a really talented hockey player. He went to Carrefour Beausoleil, tall, great with the puck, really talented hockey player. I think he played some junior. I think my sister works with his sister, actually. And there's Mark Dunnett. He's the brother of Mike Dunnett, and Mark was a great athlete. And this is when he was playing for the Miramichi Moosehead Devils in hockey, and he sparked them to their first win of the Bay of Chaleur Senior Hockey League season, 7-3. So there's Mark Dunnett, 3 Miramichi athletes: Mark Dunnett, Guy Richard, and Don Daly.
We can laugh this here out. The turtle gave us a great nose.
Oh, right on. So in '92, folks, I think it was, this is when old Pete McLean, Turtle we call him, was the mayor. And this is from December 30th, '92. Logieville tax rate to drop by 1 cent, folks. Look at the work that he was doing for us in Logieville. The great Pete McLean. And you know what, Raj? Yesterday, I was at a stop sign, and he kind of got into a blind spot, and I pulled out, and I didn't come close to hitting him, but it was close enough. I just didn't see him. So right on, old Turtle. I got to get down and talk to him about some things. We're trying to track down some old Bison uniforms from the 60s. Roger Como wants a Bison jersey, folks. If anybody knows where to get one of those, please.
This is Pete's response to New Brunswick Day that we celebrated in Logieville.
Oh, right on. Yeah. So same mayor of Logieville, Pete McLean. New Brunswick Day, well attended. Pete McLean says in Logieville. And also at the meeting were councillors Angela McCormick, Donnie Ross, and Garth McDougall. The day's activities went so smoothly, council wants to set up a committee to look into making New Brunswick Day celebrations an annual event. Right on, folks. Thank you guys for that work. Raj, I was driving across Centennial Bridge today. Going north into Douglastown, and I got through the middle part, and I was on my descent, and a truck, this was in the early-ish morning, and a truck was coming up, and it must have been where it was parked, there must have been water on the top of his bed or whatever, or on the box, and so it was frozen, and I saw things flying off of it, and I didn't know what it was at first, but it ended up being ice. Anyway, just before he got to me, this great big chunk, it must have been 2 foot by 2 foot or even bigger, came off of it, and it was coming down, and I was like having to kind of dodge this, and it landed right in front of the car and smashed. But if that would have hit the windshield or something, could have been something. So that just happened. Right? It landed on the road and smashed. That just happened this morning.
Holy
that was kind of scary.
We got 2 sides here to cover.
Oh, right on, the Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, yeah. Irvin Oil is pleased to recognize Roland and Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor, Roland was her 8th husband, I think, after Richard Burton and all those guys. Irvin Convenience for consistently delivering 5-star service. We've covered them before. There's Roland and Elizabeth Taylor. I know they had a daughter, Lana. And she was really an elegant young woman, actually. So congratulations to you guys for running a great business. And the Urban Corral presents Tom Wopot. And he used to be on the old Dukes of Hazzards. Bo and Luke Duke. I think he was Luke. He was the... Anyway... And he was playing music with the Full Moon Band. This was Friday, July 17th at 9 o'clock. The opening act was the Debbie Meyer Show. Tickets were $10. And there he is, folks, from the Dukes of Hazzard. Tom Wopot, the Miramichi ladies, made sure they were all dolled up that night. Front row. They couldn't wait to see the old Dukes of Hazzard guy coming in. He drove in on the General Lee. All his equipment was in the trunk. He slid out the window. He got away from Roscoe Pico Trade and Boss Hogg, and he played a great show, apparently.
So we got a lady.
Oh, right on.
Champion on running. Huxma finished third, I think.
Okay. Norma McLean wins her first pursuit race. And here she is. She started second and finished first. Norma McLean of Douglastown won the Miramichi Moosehead Pursuit Race on Sunday. In 26 minutes and 48 seconds, she set a new personal best. And Wolfgang Huxma started last and placed third with a new personal best and master's record of 17:30. So this is from 92, July 15th. There she is, folks. Norma McLean in action in 1992. She won the race. And other names that were involved, I see N. McLean, N. Brown, Wolfgang Huxma, Rick McLean, J. Truca, it only has the letters, sorry, I don't know these names, D. Veris, C. LaBerge, A. Carruthers, B. Morrison, S. Veris, R. Adams, B. Morrissey, J. Huxma, and Paul Huxma, it looks like. So right on, guys.
Yep. Okay, a little stuff from down the rural school. That must be Vaderville.
All right on. Yeah, Miramichi, a rural school. Rural is a hard word to say sometimes. Male and female athlete of the year. The Miramichi Rural School Award winner. So let's start with Mr. Ralph Gillis, chairman of the Miramichi Rural Home and School Association Fundraising Committee, presents the D.H. Bowie Trophy to Kelly Durrell and none other than the Mr. Stephen LaBelle, the female and male. There's Kelly Durrell. I know Kelly from high school, and there's Steve LaBelle right there. Played lots of sports, probably made his biggest mark in the acting department at the old James M. Hill and beyond. And major award winners in the bottom picture. Let's see what we got here, Raj. I see Paul McLean as a coach. Yeah. Jimmy Burnham, he was, okay, Kelly Durrell, Timmy Lumsden, Chastity Martin, Stephen LaBelle again, and Paul McLean was the teacher. And there's that group from Miramichi Rural. I actually sat down with a friend of mine the other day, and this is the school that she attended, and I think she taught at that. So right on, great to share Miramichi Rural.
So we got the anniversaries and engagements.
All right on.
I don't know what I'm doing with that.
Okay. Happy 40th anniversary, folks. I probably won't deal with that. Happy 40th anniversary. This is from July 15th, 1992. Jim and Dorothy Creighton, they were married on July 15th, 1952. A 40th anniversary. That has to be uber satisfying to go through that much with your partner. It's a real honor to do that. And then here's a 25th wedding anniversary to Terry and Pauline Miles. They got married in 1967. And right on, Raj, thanks for sharing that. Great times, I'm sure, were had by all.
Yeah. Okay. So a while ago, we dealt with Gail Troll, Grace, and this is her sister.
So what is it, Trowbridge you call it?
Yeah, so
Okay.
this must be something in Napa there.
Yeah, right on.
Miramichi exhibition, right?
Okay, so this was from September 2nd, yeah, right around Miramichi agricultural exhibition times.
Yeah.
Trowbridge, her horse, looked to a good future after strong showing. So what does Roger come about? He loves covered bridges, he loves tall ships, he loves agricultural stuff, horses and stuff, and that Heckbert family. Like, there's lots of Heckbert cutouts and stuff. So look at this great photo. Miramichi leader, folks. Look at this. Look at that. It's a beautiful thing when you got somebody and their beautiful companion that just happens to be a horse. It is apparently a very special relationship. I wish I had that experience. Roger always said that. Roger, I remember one time you telling me that you wanted to just go and be a cowboy for 1 year. Just 1 year, go out west and just be a cowboy. I remember, do you remember you too?
On a big ranch.
Big ranch, learn how to do some, and I'm serious when I say that. Gail Trowbridge with her horse, Loda Tip. That's a beautiful thing. Gail and Loda Tip right there. And it was, she looks to a good future with her horse, Loda Tip, after a strong showing at this year's Miramichi exhibition. Right on, Raj. Thanks for sharing.
Right out of Napan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's Paul DeLacy's little
Oh,
girl
right
there.
on. Cool. Fun at the fair in Napan, August 19th, 1992. There was plenty to see and do at the first annual Napan Agricultural Show. First annual. Here, clockwise from right, some children enjoy pony rides. A wooden craft promotes the fair. And Daria DePlacy, the daughter of Paul, who opened up that store that we just showed you, is right there. So there's Daria DePlacy. I remember her from high school. She was a great person, a great athlete, always had a good demeanor about her, and I wonder how Daria is doing in the world today. I hope all is well.
Okay,
Oh, yeah?
from the Lorden family.
Right on. Lorden honored as Miramichi scholar and sportsman. There's Jimmy Lorden, folks. Jimmy Lorden was a great hockey player and a great baseball player. He was older than me, but he was always like had this demeanor about him that was quiet but confident and a really good athlete. Chatham's Jimmy Lorden was saluted here Saturday as the most outstanding high school hockey player, scholar in New Brunswick. He was 17. He was the captain and high-scoring center forward for the Tommies and the New Brunswick Big Six League. He was named the 91-92 winner of the Coca-Cola New Brunswick High School Player of the Year Award at the New Brunswick Amateur Hockey Association annual meeting. I remember as a young guy, Jimmy Lorden he had that tall, lean, kind of wiry build, and I remember I think he was midget age and was pitching for the senior Ironman in some games. So there's Jimmy Lorden. I wonder where and what Jimmy Lorden is doing at this time. That would be good to know.
Okay, that's the bridge up in Nelson, Newcastle.
Oh, yeah?
Area.
Oh, the new bridge. Trestle work helps builders of New Bridge. Plans for the new $20 million bridge across the Miramichi continue with a working trestle now being built. And this is from 92. This is a picture from June. There's construction of that bridge that goes across now. And, you know, like so many of us, Roger, still so mad that we don't have that Morrissey Bridge as the #1 thing to smash your mirrors off on both sides. You know, you're trying to go across, big truck comes across, and the thing's rattling, and cars are all scratched up. Miramichi had the highest mirror damage and paint damage on the doors of any municipality in New Brunswick per capita because of that bridge.
Oh, we have several articles on the Magic Mountain project.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that where didn't you bang up your dad's car back in the 60s on the old Morrissey Bridge? Or was that a different place? Was that a Morrissey Bridge accident?
No.
No? Okay. I thought it was.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It was at an intersection.
Oh, was that an intersection? Was it your fault?
I might have been yawning.
After work? Was it your fault?
Yep.
Okay. Did you hear that, folks? A Cummo just admitted something was his fault. The Lazy River under construction. Oh, right on. This is Magic Mountain. Progress on water theme park Amazing. See, I'm saying the word amazing because it's written. I know I've been saying it too much on this. I've noticed, nobody told me that, but I've noticed it for myself. The old lazy river, I loved going down the lazy river. And it was a $4.6 million $10 million theme park, Magic Mountain. I remember when all that was going on. It was a great place to be. Magic Mountain is taking shape. Oh, okay, this is from 1986, so it must have got mixed in because we're doing 92. But that's okay. From 1986, Raj might want to keep that out just in case. And we'll read it anyway. And this was from, yeah, because I remember going as a kid. I was younger than that. Yeah, so right on. That park, is that... I was talking to my friend's mom last night, and she said that she wants to take her grandchildren there this summer, so it's still happening.
I can't think of the name of that thing there.
That right there was the Kamikaze, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's what that was.
Cindy Lunn of Riverview tries out one of the mountain-like water slides Wednesday at Magic Mountain. Remember that? There it is, folks. We've all done it. We've all gone down the Kamikaze. I remember the first time I did it as a kid. Scared shitless, but did it.
This is what you get when you're up there looking down.
Oh, there it is, folks. That's up on top of the Kamikaze. There's Magic Mountain. So for some reason, this got mixed in with the 92 section. And yeah, we're back to 92. So this is...
How do we know?
Because I saw this right
Oh,
here.
no, that's Jimmy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, but this is... Yeah. Oh, yeah, but just because it was probably all the same, maybe not. Yeah, the Kamikaze, right? So Kamikaze pilots named after Japan. And one of my players, Raj, in Vancouver on my team, his name was Kaname. He was a Japanese kid, and he came and he caught. And then I had a shortstop that was from Japan. These are young guys that were working. They were so good. And then the center fielder was from Japan. Yeah. But I started calling Kaname our catcher. He actually led the league in home runs. First time ever playing fast pitch. He played baseball. And I started calling him Kanamikaze. And he loved it. Yeah.
This guy dealt with church steeples.
Oh, right on. Newcastle United Church, lines drawn by Gauguin show a lean of steeple, making them straight. Gauguin specializes in fixing church steeples. Now there is something. When I woke up this morning, I did not think I would even... there was a position available for somebody that specializes in church steeples. So this guy right here, folks, Joseph Gauguin, specialized in fixing church steeples. So that is really, really interesting. You'd have to be a specialist. You know what church I got on video today? And I might not show it in this episode, but maybe the next one. Barnaby River. I just took I've never even been out there much, and I went down, I drove by that little train bridge, and I just missed a train.
Did you?
I saw it coming. I was speeding up to get my camera ready, and I thought it would have been really cool to be stopped and to watch a train go by, and I just missed it.
And everybody there giving you the finger.
Oh yeah, and everybody's just giving me the finger, looking out the window.
Well, here's where Jimmy got into.
Oh, right on. Cool. Official opening for Irving Card Lock today. Irving Oil is set to officially open a new 24 card lock on the Miramichi for truckers. The grand opening of the Irving 24 card lock system is Wednesday. So folks, the manager of that place was none other than Mr. Jimmy Malone, father of the recently retired Brad Malone. Brad just retired apparently.
Yeah.
From playing in professional hockey. Jimmy was my coach, and Adam, and he was amazing. He treated us like kids. It's one of my best years in hockey that I'll ever remember. And him and Junior, his father-in-law, were our coaches. They were so good to us, and we almost won the New Brunswick Championship. I think we came in third.
Oh, let's leave it up there. Okay.
Johnny Bench.
This is Richie Wharf.
Oh, right on. Was this
page there?
92. Raj, I was told that these Richie Wharf shops they're cheap to rent because they're trying to help some artisans. And if we had an idea, right?
Yeah.
So holy God, are you you have any time on your hands right now? Do you want to open up a shop on Richie Wharf this summer and just meet with people and you show them newspaper clippings?
I'll have to move my bed there.
A new Newcastle landmark, Towns Shipbuilding Park slated to open for Canada Day's events, putting the finishing touches to the shops. Workers prepare sitting area, lighthouse being built at park, fixing up park benches. Folks, this was 1992 and June 17th. And one of the great, most beautiful areas on the river, the old Ritchie Wharf Park, with little restaurants and shops and great views of the river. They were getting it ready for a grand opening on Canada Day for 1992. And right on, Roger.
Well, this is all the history of the baseball club.
Oh, wow. This looks like okay, so this is out of USA Today Baseball Weekly. For some reason, Roger Como had a December 28th issue from 1992 of USA Today Baseball Weekly, and it says, behind every fielder is a factory worker. Gloves evolve from ranch to plant to diamond. The history of the baseball glove. All of us Miramichiers that are into baseball know what it's like to have your treasured glove, to love it for its own reasons. Roger's glove, when he was his first glove, when he was like 18, he called it the Magnet, or maybe that was the second glove. The glove he used playing senior, like he not only called it the Magnet, but listen to what he did. He went and got a soldering gun and soldered the magnet into the side of his glove. And it was a great glove. It had do you remember what brand that was? Was that a Wilson or something? But you had one. It had the hole for a finger. It was really a nice glove, Raj. You still have that? I want that glove. I'll use it. But he called it the Magnet. Roger has great hands. I always said he had major league professional hands. If it's ball or hockey, there's just something about you, Raj, with that little knack. I had him up playing the spoons yesterday in his bedroom. We're prepping for something, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, we're prepping for something. Oh, look at this.
I need to do this quick, though. I just got a few.
Okay. So I know I was at the gym the other day, and one guy walked by me. He goes, "Those fucking Blue Jays are pissing me off," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I said, the only Blue Jay that pisses me off is when they eat the seeds out of the bird feeders for the chickadees. Anyway, this is from '92, folks. Congratulations, 1992 World Series champions. Anybody that was of age during this time remembers this so well. The amazing team that they had, coached or managed by Cito Gaston. They won 2 in a row. The Sky Dome was electric. The country was electric. And everybody knows that man right there. That's not the game-winning home run because they have their grays on. But Joe Carter hit the game-winning home run. It was at 93. Maybe it was the year after. But Joe Carter had to play some first base because the DH rule was not in effect in the National Leagues. This is October 26, 92. The Jays were getting great free agent signings. Dave Winfield played for them. He was a force. Pat Borders was their catcher. Roberto Alomar, Devon White, Kelly Gruber, Manuel Lee. They were stacked. Joe Carter, Juan Guzman, Dave Steeb was a part of one of them. He didn't pitch much in it. And all of us baseball fans remember that well. Okay, so the Miramichi Magic captures provincial championships. New Brunswick Midget A girls crowned. What is this all about? Written by Dave Butler. The Miramichi Magic was true to its name Saturday in winning the New Brunswick Midget A girls basketball championship. They thumped Kennebecasis 62-42. And ladies and gentlemen, here's a great thing. 5 minutes into the second. Okay, the Magic trailed by 14 points, but led by championship game, I didn't know this, most valuable player, Lana Como. And tournament MVP, Pam Stewart, they scored a startling 34 points to tie and win the game. Todd Fitzpatrick, who we talked about yesterday, was the coach. And there's Pam Stewart. She was the tournament MVP. And there is my older sister. Beautiful photo from her. Lana Como was the championship game MVP. That must have been a proud moment in her sporting career. And I was just down to visit her near Portland, Maine. And Lana has 3 boys that all played really high-level sports. And her youngest son is pitching Division I baseball out of the Boston area right now. And Lana Como, folks, a great sister, a great family member, a great member of society, and a very deep-souled human being, folks.
There's no names on this Bantam team.
No names on this Bantam team. Oh, Winnie's making. Look at how gorgeous Winnie is, Raj. Like this dog right here. Every time I come over here, I am, you know, Winnie's been so good for me over the years, or over the months that I've been here. This is the Miramichi Bantam Irving Ironman. That's a ticket package. Who is the captain of this team? Okay, I see a couple of players.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there they are. There's no names. There's no roster. I see a couple of names. This looks like it was taken at the LBA just by the seating there. Harold Flieger, I'm assuming, was the coach. It looks like Stephen Dunnerher. We called him Youpie. He was the he was the captain. He was a big, solid defenseman. Had a bomb, and it looked like Doobie Scott Stewart was wearing an A here. And I always said that Scott Stewart, to me, had professional qualities. I see Dave McDonald, Brian Harriman on there, and I see Todd Sobey and Justin Buggy. Lawson McDonald, one of the goalies. I think that's Gary Ryder, the other goalie. And who did I just mention? Dave McDonald, folks, right there. Dave McDonald played, he was a big defenseman. I played hockey with him, and until they passed me in quality or in their skills and stuff. But Dave McDonald is one of the most solid individuals you'll ever meet. I grew up with him. I went to school with him. I think he's a big truck or big machine mechanic now. He grew up right across from the rink, and he always played high-level hockey and was a very good skating defenseman. So right on, Dave. I hope you're doing well. Oh, here it is. We just mentioned her. There's 2 people here. Graduates at James M. Hill Memorial High School. So Roger Como, folks, look at what he has done for us, collecting all this stuff. June 26, 1992. And we have, in this photo, we just mentioned Lana Taylor, the daughter of the folks that were just honored for their business. Roland Taylor. Charlene Sweeney, I remember her, and Tanya Stewart look pretty happy and proud. And there they are, folks, and how happy they were. This is Lana Taylor right here, and you know, her parents ran the Scholtons. I think the original Scholtons. I don't know what it was called at the time. Look how beautiful she looks. I said she was always elegant. She was always an elegant young woman. She just had something. And then graduation follows years of dedication. Graduation is the culmination of 12 years of dedication, says Chris Kingston. He was the valedictorian in 1992. Logieviller, Chris Kingston, grandson to Logieville's greatest artist, Matilda Murdoch, son of Mary Jane and Lawrence, and brother to Don Kingston. And he was quite a brilliant guy and was very decorated in his university scholastic career as well. Oh, what a night. Roger Como is cutting this stuff out, folks. We have the valedictorian was Chris Kingston, and the salutatorian, there we just showed that. And the salutatorian was Jennifer Skid, folks, right on. I remember her. She played sports. I didn't know she was a salutatorian. So she grew up, if you're coming off the if you're coming off Centennial Bridge and you keep on the highway, you go Ironman Park's on your left. You're coming into Chatham. Ironman Park's on your left. There's some houses on the right, and just when you're making a corner, you either go under the overpass or veer off to go to CFB Chatham. Jennifer Skid's childhood home is to the right there. Little swimming pool, and right on, Raj. Oh, and look at these great photos right here. This looks wonderful. This is 92. There's Jennifer Irving. I saw her the other night at a house concert. She looks the same. And this is 92, James M. Hill grads. Parents must have been proud. Look how happy everybody was. And in this photo, we have Patrick Holland. I think he's a Logieviller now. Pat Holland. Jennifer Skid and Chris Kingston, we talked about. Lori Ann Malley, happy graduates. So in this photo right here, there's Lori Ann Malley right there. There's Pat Holland. And then in this photo, Raj, I see Jennifer Skid, I see Susie Jones.
Irving.
Sharon Irving, sorry, I said Jennifer. Sharon looks amazing, I just saw her. So in this photo, we have Jennifer Skid, Susie Jones, Margaret English, and Lori McCarthy. And we have Rachel Bacon, Krista Morrison, Tanya Atkinson, and Sharon Irving. Right on. Great friends. I hope you guys are all doing well in your lives right now. Just 1 second, Raj. I'm going to pause that. Oh, wow. We're back. Okay, yeah, there's a lot there. So Roger, James M. Hill announces it's, and we're sorry we didn't cover the MVHS side, but this is Roger's personal collection. We're Logievillers, and his collection deals mostly with the people we know on the Chatham side. And this is just a list, a full page of all of the bursary and scholarship winners from that graduation. And I'm sure people were very, very proud. Parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and everybody.
We have a
Oh, that's the Bactouche.
Seguin there, right?
La Paye de la Seguin will offer culture, history. This is 92. So this is when it opened, eh? April 4th, 92. It's developed from the ideas, and it's the famous poem and story by Acadian author Antonine Mallet, and it will open in June. And every time you're driving to Moncton from the Miramichi, you know, I know when you're getting into Bactouche, Jimmy Norton's, you veer off to the right. If you go up there, the Irving's to the left, but you just keep going across the water. Take a look to your left, and you can't miss that place. And I think, Raj, you guys went and checked that out, eh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of people put that inside there.
Okay, and that's a boardwalk. There's that boardwalk as just the area that you'll see, and apparently it's a very sought after thing in the Acadian community to go check that out. And old Winnie, she's getting antsy. She wants to go out.
Yeah. So
how are we doing for time? We just got a couple more here.
Yeah,
we're just gonna wrap her up.
Oh, Shaw was 70 at the...
So, Shaw's Raiders, did we track down that photo? Roger's old men's league hockey team. Anyway, at 70, still has the heart to play hockey. Well, I'll tell you what, he had another 15 years in him. He's played till he's 80 or something. There he is, folks. Hal Shaw came from CFE Chatham, and he was a defenseman, and he was actually, Roger played in a men's league team. It was called Shaw's Raiders. My father was this man right here, his defense partner. And Hal Shaw, every year that he played, he put the age he was on his back as the number. And notables on that team were Richard Kerr and Paul Daigle as one defense pair. Ronald Joseph Como, my dad, and Hal Shaw were the other defensive pair. Roger Como, Kenny Adams, Jim Muck, Andy Burgess,
Donahue boys.
the Donahue boys,
Donnie, yeah.
and who else were on that? Anyhow, sorry if we're forgetting anybody, but they won some tournaments and had some great times with Hal Shaw trying to get on the ice for the power play, and he was rattling that freaking boards there, and you know they were. So this is from you must have been first line center on that power play, of course. Eh? Okay, so the Ironmen win some titles. Oh, right on. I noticed some faces here. The Chatham Ironmen captured their second straight New Brunswick and Atlantic Bantam championships this summer. And it was held in Bathurst, and the Atlantics were in Woodstock. So there's the team right here. Chatham had a great run. How many championships have the Chatham Ironmen won from, you know, Mosquito to Senior? I know they have new names for all those, but I see some local notables in there. And let's read out this roster. So congratulations, gents. I know several guys on this team. On this team, we had Scott McGregor, Michael Sutton, Chris Walsh, Buddy Doucette, Robbie Murphy. He was a great little shortstop, infielder, pitcher kind of guy. And Brian Morris, son of Greg and Linda, and a brother of Kathy and Terry. Timmy Jardine, he was always a great guy. Kyle Ogilvy, Robbie Lloyd, the son of Heather, and Mike Lloyd, of course, and brother of Amy, and Chris Bose. Bosey was such a great guy, is a great guy. Back row, we have Ronnie Murphy was the coach. Troy Godfrey, fastest man in Chatham at the time, even though he's from Napan. Stephen McFarland, Chris McCarthy, Andy Kane, Damian Doyle. I think he works for the RCMP out of Newfoundland right now. Darren Henderson, Kevin McCarthy, and Marvin McCarthy was the manager, and Dave McGregor was another coach. Missing from the photo is Robbie Livingston. So right on, guys. Congratulations. And Raj, thanks for cutting it out. What do we have here? Some to the wall, 3 members. Oh, we have, ladies and gentlemen, we got some new members here on the Wall of Fame. Right in the middle is Harold Flieger, and I see Rupert Bernard, and I see Richard Kerr. Okay, so we had these are the new member on the Sports Wall of Fame. Chatham Mayor Rupert Bernard, Richard Kerr representing inductee David Kerr, brother I'm assuming, inductee Harold Flieger, inductee Huey Moore, and Master of Ceremonies Joe Rishore. As I said before, there's Joe Rishore, the best dressed man on the Miramichi. But there's Rupert Bernard, Richard Kerr, great contingent. I see Rupert still walking up there, the former mayor of Chatham. And you know what? The next time I see him, Raj, I'm going to pull my car over, get out, and tell him what we're doing. And, you know, maybe he'll check out some episodes. So Roger is going through, we're trying to get through 92. Krista Rishore was chosen the Greco Sport. Here's Roger Cummo's neighbor, the daughter of Margaret and Jackie Rishore. Jackie Rishore is in his 80s right now. He looks amazing. He keeps himself healthy. And from my estimation, it looks like he was the same. He looks like the same person that he did 40 years ago. He's a special guy. So Krista is their daughter, and she was the James M. Hill Memorial High School student field hockey Tommies, is the Greco Sport of the Week. She wrapped up an outstanding career with the Tommies, scoring 2 goals as her team repeated as provincial champions. She was also the team's co-captain. Congratulations, Krista. Her sister Kim also played, and I think their other sister Melissa. Krista Rishore, underrated athlete, folks. I remember her playing. She was feisty, tough, fast, score goals, and nobody was beating her to that ball, so congratulations. James M. Hill girls capture field hockey title again, and this is going to be another mention of my big sister Lana. She's a great human being in this world, and she was the goaltender on that same team that Krista played. And where is something about Lana? Okay. It has her featured here. I'm trying to find.
Yeah, no, that's all they have.
Yeah, they just have.
She was involved with winning.
Right.
The game that won everything.
Yeah, they won it.
The rest of the stories of the other games.
It was just like other games and stuff like that. So Lana was the goaltender in those championships. So congratulations, great sporting career. And as per mentioned, so you boys that are watching, especially Ben in Boston right now, just remember your mom won some provincial titles. How many state championships did you win in hockey and baseball? Oh, right on. Another great ball player here, folks. We have the Matthew Jenkins was named the Greco Sport. So there's Matt Jenkins. His big sport was baseball, folks. Any Ironman fan knows this guy. He's one of the area's greatest shortstops. Matt Jenkins, pitcher, shortstop, and left-handed stick. One of the best ball players that ever come out of Chatham. Matthew Jenkins of the Chatham Midget Ironman is the Greco Sport of the Week. Despite a severe case of stomach flu, he recorded 2 pitching wins and contributed with the bat as his team won the Provincial Midget A title on the weekend. Right on. Matt Jenkins, great performance. That's it? We're going to pause her here?
Yep.
Okay, another pause coming here. Big meeting behind the scenes right now. Big meeting coming. Okay, folks, after that big meeting, we're almost ready to close her up here. I got Winnie licking my arm right now. This is from Friday, June 19th, 1992. This is a tragedy. We're just going to show it because it did happen. We don't want to be bringing up any bad memories for anybody, but we're just going to quickly show it. It says kindergarten student and trucker die in tragic Miramichi crash. And we know the parents of this child. It was a terrible time. We're going to show this really quickly, and then that's it. And we won't talk about it any longer, but, you know, how can you ever get over something like that? And it just makes, you know, I know it's easier said than done, but to try to cherish the days that we have here, because, you know, anything can happen almost at any moment. It was a terrible time for that family, and I'm sure it's never been forgotten for any day since.
Okay, this is a Logieville that disappeared quite a while ago.
Okay, so a Logieville native. Here's another story, and then we're going to end on this one, Raj.
Yep.
Okay, so here we go, episode 36 coming to a close. A Logieville native runs British Columbia fishing business. Wayne and Sue Daly with their son Gregory. So, ladies and gentlemen, this guy grew up right in behind your childhood home, eh?
Yeah, Lorraine Daly's son.
Lorraine Daly's son. Brother was Keith, Gary, Susan.
Yeah.
Is there another one? I'm not sure. And there he is, folks. And that's really cool, because if you just take a drive around the river these days and you see all the bass fishing happening. And we have a Logieville native. The Daly boys, they always like their outdoor stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Keith and Gary.
Yeah.
And a Logieville native is running a salmon fishing business in Victoria, British Columbia. Wayne Daly and his wife Sue run Fish Tail Charters. They take people fishing for Chinook salmon. And the couple have 2 young children, Gregory and Lindsay. She's originally from St. John, and Wayne is the son of the late Byron and Lorraine Daly of Logieville. And right on, that is a really excellent thing to end on. And a local Miramichier taking his salmon fishing prowess to the west coast and doing a little Pacific.
This will be the last one here.
Okay, we're going to end
I'll
with...
probably just read a little bit there. That's,
Okay. Oh, daughter's joy prompts family to help. And, you know, this is from 92, so this is, you know, it's also another kind of a sad story, but they're turning it into a positive. There is Joe and Donna Washburn, folks. They were in Logieville, and this story here, there's Donna. She is such a great woman. Everybody that runs into her likes her. She's salt of the earth. She's a local entrepreneur here. And it says, children with a terminal illness don't have many tomorrows, says Donna Washburn of Logieville. This is why they live every day to the fullest. They don't want people feeling sorry for them. Rather, they want them to share their joy of living with them, she said. That is why the Wishmaker fundraiser parade will take place on October 24th in Newcastle. The Children's Wish Foundation is raising money to help make children's wishes come true. Those wishes could be anything from a trip to Disney World to a porcelain doll. 3 wish... And that was Amy Lynn Washburn's wish, a set of porcelain dolls, said her mother, Donna. Amy Lynn died April the 2nd, 1990, just 16 months after she was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor. She was only 13 years old. She was my classmate. It was really, really sad. And, you know, there's the parents right there. Donna's the mother. And, you know, we spoke about Lana a couple of times here, my sister Lana. I remember Lana used to go to Amy's house and hang out with her and visit her and stuff like that. And it was a really sad time. So, you know, it's not the best thing to end on, but, you know, hopefully a story like that and how Donna and Joe were putting... you know, trying to help others in the same situation. You get out, she's saying, and live your life in the present moment and live it to the fullest. It's a very difficult thing to do. We're trying to do it. We have some action upstairs. Winnie is letting us know something is happening. Raj, what are you doing tonight? You got dog duty?
Yeah, right till midnight.
Right to midnight. Okay, folks, we're going to see you guys later. I got to go get some video tonight up in Newcastle, and hopefully I'll begin this episode. And it's be too late because you're going to watch it at the first, and you're only hearing me say this now. So thanks again, Roger Como, for all of your collecting.
Must be a
motorbike or something?
Big
Oh,
truck.
maybe they're doing the job over next door.
Yeah.
Okay, later, folks.